What's up, guys? This is Big D, and I am the Grim Rider. Back once again with yet another motovlog at a time of year that I didn't think that I'd get a chance to do one. It is currently Christmas Day as I record this, and here I am out on the bike. That's right, it is December 25th in southeast Michigan, and it's 51 degrees out. I wasn't going to let this opportunity pass me by. I figure, you know what? I'm going to get out on the bike and I'm going to go for a little ride. It is a little wet out here, as you can probably tell. There is a light rain going on right now, but it's 51 degrees and I'm taking this chance and I'm going for it. I am out on Grim today, and we're just taking us a little stroll down the road. And I wanted to come back on here on the channel since I had this opportunity, and once again, since it is Christmas Day, I want to take this opportunity to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year to all of you and your families. I hope that you're having a great holiday season. I don't know exactly when you guys will see this. Most likely be past Christmas by the time this comes out. It might even be past the New Year. I'm not 100% sure on that. But again, it is Christmas Day currently as I record this. So, Merry Christmas, y'all. I did want to take this opportunity to talk about one of my last videos. This is kind of the main topic of this video here. And in that last motovlog I did, I wasn't feeling too great about all of this. I was feeling a little discouraged and just kind of fed up. And I voiced my opinions and my feelings on the subject, and kind of just vented to all you guys about it, which might not necessarily have been fair, but it is what it is, and because that's what I was feeling at the time. Now, with that being said, I got a lot of feedback from you guys about that video, and it was very good feedback. It was inspirational feedback, actually, which I very much appreciate. And I had mentioned in that video that I know that there are, or that there is a good group of you out there that does watch everything that I do. Every time I put a video up, you guys are right there, and there's a lot of you that comment on the stuff. And so I don't mean to take that for granted. I mentioned it then, I'll say it again now. I appreciate that more than words can describe. All I can say is I thank you guys all so much for that. And this feedback that I got from that last video is no different. It was a little overwhelming. You guys, would comment me about, don't give up and don't quit, and don't change what you do. Just keep doing what you do. You don't have to do anything different. We come here and we watch this because we enjoy what it is you do, and I again can't express to you guys in words what that means to me, because it tells me that what it is that I'm doing, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's not, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just, to just keep my chin up, and just to keep doing what I'm doing the way I'm doing it, and it really made me feel good to know that you guys, care that much to have let me know how you feel about all that. So, thank you guys all so much. However, with that being said, I'm not going to let that sway me from my decision from taking a step back from YouTube. Now, once again, in that video, I stated this, and I'll say it again now. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on YouTube altogether. I'm not quitting YouTube completely. That's not what I meant by all of that. What that simply meant is that I do have some other hobbies, some other passions that I simply didn't have time for because of this. And I was focusing way too hard on the wrong things when it comes to this channel and trying to do YouTube. And so I want to take some time to do some other things that I want to do and other things that I enjoy and that I'm interested in, and still do these videos, but when I feel that it's necessary or feel that I'll have good enough stuff to, you know, put out here for you guys, instead of you know, racking my brain over, you know, making sure I've got content every Monday, you know, and just making sure I've got stuff instead of making sure I'm doing quality stuff. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So again, I'm not quitting it completely. I am still going to be around, just maybe not necessarily every single week. I do have several things, several ideas of things that I want to do in this upcoming year. I have at least one trip planned with the club. It's our national rally for the club is coming back up again, and that's going to be a several day thing. So that's going to be a really decent trip that we're going to be taking, that I plan on filming and doing you know, YouTube for, and I've got some other ideas for some other stuff. So I'm still going to be doing some stuff. I'm still going to be doing rides, and I'll probably still do some motovlogs here and there and stuff. So you guys ain't getting rid of me. I ain't going anywhere completely. I'm not disappearing. I'm just again, just taking that one little step back. But I did want to come on here, and I wanted to stress to you guys that I appreciate so much the feedback that I got. It was very much appreciated, and it lets me know that you know, that you guys appreciate what I do, and that's very important, and it means a lot to me. With that, one other topic here, and when I mean and mentioned, you know, time to do something else, I had mentioned also in another previous video, was one of the Grimm's Garage videos, that Nick the Noob and I, we were going to try to sell some motorcycle parts and some other items that I didn't mention in that video, but we were trying to sell some things and try to get some money built up to get a project bike and work on and tinker on, you know, throughout the winter, and you know, just a project to do, and therefore it would give me other content for the channel and things like that. And I'm here to let you know now that that's not going to happen, at least not now, not in the near future. And the reason behind that was, even though we sold some things, we made some money, but it wasn't enough to get a project bike. And even if it was, even if we found that one bike that, you know, was just the right price, most likely we weren't going to have enough money left over to put back into the bike in order to, you know, make it roadworthy, and you know, so that we could try to resell it and things like that. It just, we simply didn't make enough money to, you know, make this happen. But what that doesn't mean that we're not doing something. And what I mean by that is, one of my other passions and hobbies is video games. And I know that's probably going to sound pretty silly to some other motovloggers and just motorcyclists in general, but you know, that's something that I grew up on. I grew up on an old Sega Genesis system, and it's just, I've played games my whole life, and it was just a way for me to kind of, you know, immerse myself into a different fantasy world. And you know, I still enjoy games to this day. I don't play them as much as often as I did before, but I still enjoy a good game now and then. Just you know, focus on something else, you know, some interesting characters, a good story. I love a good story, so you know, I play games for that reason, and that's a direction we're heading. We're heading into some video games, and what that means is, we had this idea of kind of doing like an old school arcade, but with a twist. Because I know what you're thinking already, like, D, you know, them arcade machines, those are really expensive. You didn't have the money for, you know, a project motorcycle, you sure don't have money for arcade machines. And you're right, we don't. But we're not doing arcade machines. The way we're doing it I don't want to spoil just yet. I don't want to give away the trade secrets, if you will. But we have this idea of setting up, it's going to be kind of like an old school arcade with these older games that people can come in and play. Because right now there is this market for nostalgia, right? There's a lot of older things kind of, starting to make a comeback and starting to get popular again. Like records are a perfect example of that. You can go to the, the store these days, and you can find records and record players and stuff, and that's just one example. So we thought we can maybe do the same thing with games. There's a lot of us that grew up on these old school games like the Sega and the original NES, the original Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, things like that. And they had a lot of, good games that we all played and really enjoyed. So we're thinking, well, maybe there's a way we can bring that back. And one way that we're doing that is we are partnering with another young lady who I will not mention her name currently at this time because I haven't talked to her about talking about this on YouTube or anything. So I don't know if she'd be comfortable having her name out there and things like that. So I'm going to leave that at that. But she has a storefront in the mall in Monroe where she does antiques and crafts. And what she does is she uses part of her space in her store for other vendors. And this is allowing us to work with her as a partner to set up a gaming center. And this will be right in her store and kind of expand her brand as well from antiques and crafts to not necessarily antique games, but just vintage games, retro games. So it should work really well. We haven't quite, started it yet. We're getting a lot of the necessary things that we need to start it, but currently also right now as I record this video, she is in the process of moving her storefront to a different location. So right now there's not a whole lot of sense in starting to, really set things up just to tear it all back down again and move it when she moves the business. So Nick the Noob and I, are waiting until things move, and then we're going to start setting up the things that we have to start setting up this retro game center. And so I'm very excited about that, and hopefully this will make us a little bit of money on the side. It's always good, right? So, the project motorcycle thing didn't happen and isn't going to happen for at least the foreseeable future. But this project here and this little business, it's looking like it is going to be able to happen. So I'm very excited about that. And when we actually do get it set up and it starts rolling, I will speak with our partner and Nick the Noob about maybe doing a video on it or something, and I get to share a little bit more details with you guys about that. So very excited about that, and that's basically the main thing that's been going on with me since I've been away from YouTube for this past month or so. So it's just an update on what's going on with me. So that's about all I got for now. I just wanted to fill you guys in on that. I wanted to thank you guys for your kind words and your inspiring words, all your feedback from that previous video that I did, and to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year if I don't upload and see you guys again before then. So, with that being said, I guess I'm going to continue on down the road and try to enjoy this 50-degree weather while I've got it here for a couple hours. And with that being said, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to become part of the Grim crew so that you don't miss out on any more motovlogs, road stories, or just my riding adventures. You can also follow on Facebook and Instagram, and the Grim shop is still up and running, so you can still get your Grim Rider merchandise if you'd like any, and you can rock it and you can show the world that you're part of the Grim crew. So that being said, I am Big D. I am the Grim Rider, and until next time, I'll catch you guys down the road.